Hello, my beautiful vessels of energy. Metahuman Dave here, and I am back with my second update on quitting TRT. Now, I understand this should be my third update, but I missed a week, and I apologize to you guys. I lost track of time, I wasn't paying attention, and then I realized a whole week went by. But this is update number 2, which is really just a combination of updates 2 and 3. This is the video that's in landscape mode, so if you do prefer vertical, there's another video that's going to be uploaded just like this one. But, update. So, mentally, feeling great. I don't notice too much of a difference on my mental faculties, which to me is the most important part of this whole thing. That is what I was most nervous about. Will it bring back the demons, if you will, bring back the negative feelings, which as a coach and a person who tries to raise the frequency of everybody around him, if I was in a low vibration, that would not be good for me. So I'm thankful and always grateful that it has not been an issue. The one place that it has been an issue for me is, and I'm sure some of you probably will make note of it, but I've lost quite a bit of weight already. I've lost at least 8 pounds, and I truly feel like it's muscle. The reason I feel it's mostly muscle that I've lost is because of how weak I feel when I work out. Weights that were easy to me are now a struggle. Push-ups aren't as easy as they used to be, and I used to bang 25 out in clips all day long throughout the day, and it's kind of a weird feeling, but what I do is I take that as an opportunity, because whether it comes to building muscle, whether it comes to building or creating a habit, whether it comes to self-development, self-improvement, working on your brain, working on your habit creations, doesn't matter what it is, resistance is always what causes growth. So I'm taking this new challenge of weights being more difficult than it used to be as new resistance. It's just something I need to power through. Instead of being a little whiny bitch and saying, oh, but I used to be able to lift this so much easier. Or I used to do more reps. Like, don't be a bitch. Just say, that was then. That was the version of you that was on external testosterone. Now, it's your own body doing its own thing and trying to create homeostasis once again within the balance of my hormones and all that jazz. So when I work out and I'm finding myself having a hard time with the weights, I just say, this is square one for this version of you. Don't compare the other version of you to this version. So when you do it that way, you have a new ground zero, where to start from and compare yourself to. Now, if week after week after week after week, I continue to get weaker or continue missing workouts or anything like that, then I need to refocus, realign, see what's going on. Is it something else that I'm doing wrong? Or is it that I really need TRT again? Now, I'm not at that point in my struggle right now. I don't feel like I need TRT, because the only place that I'm feeling, if you can say worse, the only place I'm feeling worse is in the strength side. As long as mentally I'm doing great, like I am, and I have no problems doing what I need to do, then everything else is just, it's just whatever. I'm not in the competitive part of my life anymore. It's not like I'm going to do any competitive strongman competitions, or I'm not going to box and kickbox or do MMA professional or amateur ever again. So I don't need to feel like I'm going to be in beast mode at all times. As long as mentally I'm still happy, mentally I'm still motivated, mentally I'm still focusing on the goals that I'm going after and going to achieve, as long as I'm helping others and living my life's purpose, that's all that matters to me. Working out is still a part of me. Working out is just more challenging now. And like I said, resistance causes growth. So working through these challenges will just work on the mental side even more. So there's just that nice little circle of life, you know. You're working on the mental to work on the physical works back to the mental. It's just a great thing when you're able to have self-mastery. And that's really what this whole life is about, is self-mastery. This whole video course that I'm doing right now is really to let others know that TRT does not need to be a lifelong commitment. You can look at other avenues. That is why I decided to do this. I believe that for as long as possible, we should try to be as natural as possible. Try to live a life congruent with our ancestors. Our ancestors didn't have access to testosterone, but they did have access to better foods. They were going out hunting for their wild game. They were always running for their kills. So they were working out. They were feasting on animals. They were making love. You know, they were simple. And so the closer we get back to that side of who we are, the closer we get to being the optimal human. And so my point is, I'm not going to jump on TRT right away unless something terribly goes wrong during this experiment. So far, everything's gravy. I am a little nervous about the fact that I have started Novadex. I've always been a little hesitant of taking SERMs of any kind. You're messing with hormones, and that can get a little scary. I'm sticking to the protocol that has been recommended to me over and over again. So far, it's been, about 5 days that I'm on Novadex, and I haven't noticed too much difference just yet. But I will take note of any changes that may happen because of the Novadex. Now, that is probably going to wrap up the TRT side of the video. So if that's all you came here to watch, you can click out of here. That's the update. What I do want to talk about is the other sides of who I am, what I do, what I plan to do with this channel, and hope that you'll stick around for those videos as well. Because I am a personal trainer. I used to own a gym with my wife. I will open a new gym here in Arkansas at some point. But I also work on other aspects. I help others through their own traumas. Now, I'm not a therapist. Let me say that. Life coaching is different. I help people try to become better versions of themselves, whether it be through positive mental actions, whether it be through exercise, whether it be nutrition. I try to incorporate all of those with any of my clients just because true health comes from being the best version of ourselves in all aspects. You can't outwork poor nutrition. You can't be a healthy person who doesn't ever focus on bettering their mental health. So why would we want to neglect one part of our health? I like to work on the whole picture and try to get my clients to be the best version of themselves. And more so than that, I truly try to do that even with people who are not my clients. It's just so naturally a part of myself that I want to help others, whether it be healing or whether it just be motivating, inspiring. I just love to help people become the best version of themselves, whether it just means helping them regain their smile, because that's huge. Being happy and grateful is such an important thing in life. I think it's the most important thing in life. So there will be more videos coming out that aren't just about the TRT experiment. If you care to know more about health, fitness, positive mental attitude, things like that, you might want to stick around, subscribe to the channel, and just keep watching for new videos. I'll update the TRT experiment weekly still, but I might throw in some other videos here and there as well as the motivation hits. As a business owner, I am always busy, whether it's working on behind the scenes stuff like blogs, marketing, coaching. We wear a lot of hats as an entrepreneur, so we tend to stretch ourselves kind of thin, and I just keep wanting to give you guys more and more and more of myself. So with that being said, I stream on Twitch twice a week. That's something that I still need to focus growth on. So the intent behind the Twitch stream is allowing myself to not feel guilty about one of my hobbies, which is playing video games, and using that time to do Q&As in the chat. That's my intent. I would love to talk fitness, nutrition, and positive mental health while video game streaming. So if that's something that interests you as well, let me know in the comments section. I'll hit you up with my Twitch stream if it's not in my links. And that's about it. I've already blabbed for way longer than I thought I would while I'm on my drive to a Toastmasters meeting, my first ever Toastmasters meeting. So kind of stoked about that because it's putting me outside of my comfort zone. And again, resistance causes growth. So I'm looking forward to this. And that's it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Always remember, raise your frequency and help others to do the same. Take care.